What if Venus clouds hid skulls that screamed your failures, melting you into their metal? This super creepy story from Venus in 2155 will grab you tight. Jessa Cade, a chemist, hears iron skulls in the clouds screaming her regret over her son's death, but they dissolve her team into molten metal. Stay to face the fear. Venus' acidic clouds churn under a choking yellow sky, their fumes burning like fire. Jessa floats in her sealed suit, her analyzer humming as she tests the air for science. The floating platform's lights flicker in the haze, her only home since Earth got too hot. Jessa's heart aches because her son, Eli, died in a lab fire. 4 years ago, his last words, "You failed," stuck in her head. She hopes Venus clouds hold clues to what he meant. One day, her analyzer pins a skull in the clouds, iron and jagged, screaming Jessa in Eli's voice. Her chest tightens. She thinks it's the wind, but she freezes when the skull shapes Eli's face, his eyes empty, staring at her. Jessa's scared, but she can't stop searching. The iron skulls get creepier, screaming louder, and bad things start happening on the platform. Vents clog, screens spark, and the air feels heavy, like it's full of regret. Jessa's analyzer, which reads the clouds, stings her head, like the screams are crawling into her brain. Other researchers hear skulls scream their failures missed. Chances, broken promises, then their suits melt, leaving puddles. Jessa checks a skull, but its metal is weird, with tiny carvings that glow under her light. She tells her friend Mara, a fierce engineer with a scar on her arm from a welding burn. Mara scans the clouds and finds carvings, pictures of people melting, their failures etched in iron. The clouds roar, "You're liquid," in a spooky voice. And Jessa's hands shake so bad she drops her analyzer. What's this cloud trying to do? Jessa and Mara decide to find out. They suit up and jet into the cloud layer, where the acid stings and the wind howls like a beast. The skulls drift like a maze, screaming when they shouldn't. Their lights catch strange carvings, shapes that shift when they're not looking. Jessa's stomach knots like something's watching. The carvings lead to a dense cloud core, its mist swirling like a furnace. In the center, a giant iron skull pulses, screaming like a trapped soul. Dark shapes swirl in the mist like ghosts with no bodies. Jessa feels dizzy, like the core is pulling her in. Mara's tools catch signals from the skull, not from Venus but from way out in space, far past the stars. The core feels wrong, like it's alive. Jessa's analyzer shows scary pictures, Eli's fire, researchers melting, and an old platform dissolving into slag. Mara says the skulls are part of something called the melt, not just relics but a trap that burns flesh. The iron skulls work for the forgers, a creepy force that loves regret and grows with every scream. The platform starts breaking down. Panels corrode, lights fail, and researchers act weird, drifting toward the clouds with eyes that glow yellow like the skulls. Jess is afraid they're not themselves anymore. Mara finds a black shard in the core, carved with stars that look like mouths, pulsing with the skull's roar. The clouds scream, "We burn," and Jessa wonders if she's still safe or if the melt's got her trapped. Things get worse. Venus clouds shake like they're angry. Jessa finds a piece of the black shard, and it glows, showing Eli's face. He looks so scared, like he's stuck in a furnace, begging Jessa to run. Everyone's analyzers start showing the same thing, a web of screens where bodies dissolve forever. The giant skull shows a net of yellow lines, like a trap catching every person on the platform. Each dot in the net is someone's flesh, each roar their regret. The clouds rumble with a creepy hum, and the skulls match the melt's web, like the whole planet's waking up. Mara finds a carving saying the forgers want the whole system next. They're not just on Venus, they're tied to other clouds in space, all hungry for bodies. Jessa sees a vision of dark shapes, like fog with glowing mouths, talking about burning or ending everything. The melt's signals shoot out to the stars, like the forgers are closing in. The platform's gear goes wild, screens flash Eli's face, radios scream his voice. Jessa feels Eli's whisper in the melt's web, so faint, urging her to fight. Mara wonders if the forgers are melting them or testing them. Venus quakes with a bad hum, and the shadows swirl like a cage. Jessa stares at the giant skull, her hands cold, knowing a monster might be waiting. She thinks about Eli, about the platform, about whether she can stop this thing or if it's too big. The air feels heavy, like it's burning her. The platform's too quiet now, and Jessa's not sure if she's alone or if the forgers are already in her mind. The skulls glow brighter, their screams louder, like they're thrilled. Jessa jets back, but the clouds pull, and the voices grow stronger, calling her name over and over. She looks at Mara, who's pale, staring at the skull. They both know something's coming, something they can't stop. The clouds outside roar, like they're alive. Jessa's heart feels like it's breaking, but she won't give up, not yet. She grips her analyzer, hoping it holds a clue, but the screams just keep coming, pulling her closer to the dark. The skulls feel alive, their glow spreading like fire. Jessa wonders if she'd ever leave, or if the melt has already burned her soul. Twist. The skulls aren't relics, they're the teeth of a cloud beast eating bodies. Is Venus a frontier, or its furnace? Could you face creepy screaming skulls knowing what they do? Tell us your scariest thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if this gave you chills, share it with all your space friends, and subscribe for more stories that'll blow your mind.